$2,000 a month can buy less than 300 square feet in one global city and more than 1,200 square feet in another. In New York, it may not secure a normal private apartment at all. In Kuala Lumpur, it can provide a modern condominium with multiple bedrooms and resort-style facilities. But size is only part of the story. Commutes, deposits, building quality, and local salaries can completely reverse the result. So which city gives renters the most actual life for the same monthly payment? We are evaluating this question using the parameters of a standard long-term private lease for a single household. This comparison excludes short-stay apartments, tourist rentals, and informal discounted agreements. A housing budget of $2,000 buys a combination of variables specific to each market: physical space, location, privacy, building quality, transit access, and time. Taking possession of a physical space requires accepting specific structural inputs. A renter might prioritize interior square footage, but they often pay for that volume through high utility costs, 90 minutes of lost commute time, or a total loss of privacy. Relying on advertised square footage alone ignores local leasing friction. Without accounting for upfront cash requirements and daily travel demands, a relocation strategy is likely to fail. In New York, a $2,000 budget sits below the normal asking rent for an unrestricted one-bedroom apartment in Manhattan. It is even lower than common rents in popular areas of Brooklyn and Queens. For a private home of 250 to 450 square feet, a renter must look in distant outer boroughs. The alternative in the city center is a single room in a shared apartment, or a basement unit, or a home requiring a long commute, making travel time a primary hidden cost. Securing a lease here involves significant upfront friction. Renters typically need the first month's rent, a security deposit, broker fees, and documentation showing an annual income far higher than the rent itself. London offers a similar outcome. $2,000 provides a private studio or a small one-bedroom of roughly 300 to 500 square feet, but only outside the expensive central districts. The local housing stock introduces unique financial burdens. Older converted houses often lack modern insulation, leading to higher heating costs. Renters must also budget for separate council tax bills, which increase the monthly total. London living involves a precise trade: choose a central room or an outer studio. But the outer studio adds the weight of daily rail fares and lost travel time, moving the real housing cost well beyond the $2,000 starting point. In these financial capitals, the budget buys economic access. Living there requires a compromise on personal space, daily time, or privacy. Dubai provides a different visual standard. The budget can secure a modern one-bedroom or a compact two-bedroom of 550 to 900 square feet, often in buildings with swimming pools and modern lobbies. Finalizing a lease here requires substantial upfront liquid capital. Dubai rents are often paid in a small number of annual checks, alongside agency commissions, deposits, and utility connection charges. Summer utility costs are a significant factor. Cooling and municipal fees are frequently separate charges, pushing the effective monthly spend past the $2,000 benchmark. Osaka offers 430 to 700 square feet in a modern unit with excellent transit access. The primary barrier in Japan is the initial cash multiplier. Renters often pay key money, security deposits, guarantor fees, and cleaning charges. This structure can require several months of rent in cash before the lease begins. The physical footprint in Osaka is highly functional. Layouts use sliding doors, separated bathing areas, and built-in storage to provide high utility within a compact square footage. In these efficient markets, you receive a modern private home and amenities, but you trade significant upfront cash to secure them. Madrid serves as the middle ground. $2,000 buys a private one-bedroom of 500 to 750 square feet with historic character, or a modest two-bedroom in an outer district. Living in the historic center involves specific structural compromises. Those high ceilings and classic facades often mean accepting older insulation, less efficient cooling, or a building without an elevator. Mexico City offers 600 to 1,000 square feet. This market is highly influenced by international demand, particularly for luxury developments and furnished units in specific popular neighborhoods. Renters face a choice: Pay a premium for a modern unit with dorman security and earthquake resilience in a trendy district, or take a larger home further away and deal with heavy cross-city traffic. The budget of $2,000 represents a high housing allocation for local households, even if it appears moderate to those with international incomes. Prioritizing famous cultural districts in these cities requires choosing between older infrastructure or a daily battle with traffic. Kuala Lumpur provides the most physical space. The budget buys 850 to 1,300 square feet, typically a large two-bedroom condominium in a central area. These properties come with extensive resort-style amenities, including swimming pools, gyms, landscaped grounds, and parking. The trade-off involves location. Many upscale developments are car-dependent, as they are often located in newer districts with weaker rail links to employment centers. Cape Town offers visually impressive homes of 650 to 1,000 square feet. In the premium Atlantic seaboard, this budget buys modern finishes and ocean views. However, the rent includes the cost of private infrastructure. To ensure reliable service and safety, renters pay a premium for buildings with private security and backup power systems. In these emerging markets, you can secure luxury square footage, but you must absorb the costs of personal transport and privatized civic services. This final ranking shows the range of space outcomes. At $2,000, the footprint scales from a compact 450 square feet in New York to a multi-bedroom 1,300 square foot condominium in Kuala Lumpur. A large floor plan can become a financial liability if it is isolated from walkable infrastructure or requires high cooling and maintenance costs. These numbers must be viewed against local salaries. $2,000 is an elite luxury budget in some cities, while in others it is the minimum required to avoid severe compromise. Value is subjective. You must decide whether to prioritize interior square footage, a central location, or the amount of liquid cash you need to keep on hand. Look past the amount of money you have. Determine where that money actually works.